16 years ago, the British housing association Peabody hired the architect Bill Dunster to design a district that is carbon neutral in order to protect the environment. The project began in 2000 in Sutton, South London. 82 homes and 1,405 square meters of workspace were built within 2 years. The architecture looks really modern and is attracting more and more people every year. It has been nominated for the Stunning Prize, which rewards every year the best architecture in the UK. Within BZ community, cars are discouraged. There is a limited parking space. Public transport are favored as well as cycling, walking or carpooling. The main purpose of this neighborhood was to consume the least energy. We met a family that has joined this cause and bought a new home at the beginning of 2006. They are part of a 100-people community which is still growing. They have introduced us their home and its peculiarities.
Good evening, thank you for having us here in a sustainable house. We are going to talk a little about this place and the environmental benefits it triggers, in order to give ideas to a watcher who want to buy this house in this type. Could you please present your house, your sustainable house?
Yes, for sure. I'm Jane. He is my husband, Vince, and my daughter, Kim. We decided to embark in this journey about 6 years ago so far. I say journey because besides all the advantages it provides, there is also a few drawbacks. It hasn't always been easy, in particular to adapt in this new lifestyle and its costs. The energy is cheaper in a long term, but in a short term, it's really expensive.
How do you supply energy in these kind of houses?
We use solar panels mostly. We found that energy was much too expensive before we decided to act in an ecological way. Solar panels seem to be the right solution, even if it was really expensive when we bought it.
How much does it cost?
Well, it was about £13,000.
Wow, it's not a minor investment.
In fact, a part of it was covered by the municipality of Madrid, but it still remains expensive at the beginning. And we have to pay the maintenance of the panels every year. It's something expensive that most English families can't afford. Not all of them can have these facilities.
And at first, why did you prefer living in a sustainable house?
We wanted that something that could solve all the problem caused by energy production. If everybody does the same, the changes might be tremendous for the global warming on Earth.
Vince is an energy specialized engineer. He's very committed to the environment since his childhood. That's why he decided to arrange his home this way. He wanted to introduce us something a bit unusual.
And could you explain to us what makes this toilet so unusual?
Well, these are dry toilets. There is no water in it. Only a vegetal layer composed with sawdust, coconut coir or peat moss. We had seen this before during a trip we made in the USA. There were dry toilets in national parks in Utah. That's why we decided to reduce even more our carbon footprint while using this.
But isn't it a little inconvenient with the smelly triggers?
Yes, it is in fact the major drawback of this kind of toilets. Since there is no water to dispose the excrement, we have to change the vegetal mix every 3 days.
And do you only use dry toilets in here?
For now, yes, but we also think to add things to collect rainwater. This water could be used again to fill normal toilets, and it will avoid to buy water to big firms.
And did you think to anything else that could add to your home in order to make it even more sustainable?
For now, I think we made almost everything that we could do to help the planet. At a certain point, we can go further in our research of sustainable means. As long as you live, you can't avoid polluting the earth. You'll always impact the earth by your carbon footprints.
Thank you for your answer.
We've asked their daughter a few questions too. She's called Kim and is 17 years old. She makes right studies at Kent University, not far from Bexley.
Hi Kim! Hi! What do you think about your parents' initiative? Didn't it disturb you at the beginning? To be honest, I must admit that at the outset, I wasn't very convinced by the idea of living in an ecological and sustainable house. It seemed to me a little weird at some points, but I've gradually found my bearings and now it's okay to me. And do you take part of producing energy here? Sure. How do you do this then? Well, there is something I love in this house. Could you share us, please? Of course, follow me. Okay. I love making apartment bike. Oh, that's great. Yes. But it isn't a normal bike. When you pedal, it produces electricity thanks to a dynamo stuck on its side. Even if it's not a huge amount of energy, I'm really proud to take part of this. We also think to other ways to obtain power from sustainable sources. I am currently thinking to a way to collect rainwater thanks to a storage tank. Moreover, I was thinking with my dad to add low flow taps everywhere in the house. We were also thinking to buy a washing machine using less water. This water could be rainwater we have previously collected. And do you think to other things you could do with the rainwater you've collected? I wanted to have a swimming pool in the garden that we could supply in water with the rainwater we collected, but my parents told me that it wouldn't be very ecological, and that we will need a huge amount of water to fill it. It will take ages to collect the needed amount of water. And according to you, are there other things you could do to make your house even more sustainable?
Well, for now, I think we made enough compared to other people. We self-produce about 50% of the energy we consume, thanks to the solar panels and the apartment bike. We try as much as we can not to waste water while using it again. Furthermore, with our waste, peelings and seeds, we made compost in our garden.
Yeah, but we could still be more sustainable. But we've already done much so far. We could add more solar panels on the roof, more rainwater storage tanks. But at some point it turned out to be really expensive.
Of course, I was thinking on a new project, a new washing machine that uses collected rainwater. But in the family, we have different views on this subject. Can you tell us more, please?
I don't really want to have this because I've read things about this, and most people say that dishes are dirty even after the wash.
So you don't plan to add anything else in your house?
I think we're done for now, but we'll keep an eye on what we could be add. We try to act as an example to follow.
The people who live in this ecological neighborhood are trying to be an example to follow for every other city in the world. Certain inhabitants achieve to reduce their energy consumption by 4 while using these methods. It has inspired a few big cities in the world which are progressively favoring ecological means to polluting means, and some of them are even trying to establish new districts based on Betzet's example.